Hey, what's going on? It's the Green Okie coming back at you again with another video. So today's topic, I'm just going to be telling you about the one thing that I liked about my time in Japan. So like I said, now there are many things that I loved about Japan, liked about Japan. Um, but if it's one thing I just had to really narrow down, I'd have to say it was the job security. Like I said, when I graduated from college or from my university, I didn't really know what I was going to do. It was hard to get a job. Just trying to find someone that would give you a chance and and say, hey, this is this, and we want to offer you this employment. But Japan gave me that chance, and it took away that anxiety I had about myself about securing full-time work, because it's like, dang, am I worth anything? I can't even get a job after I graduate from college. I mean, what am I supposed to do as a man if I can't support myself? You know, so I'd say, more than like the anime and the cherry blossoms and Toyota, none of those things, like none of the pop culture things. I mean, like the real things that matters. Japan gave me time to cultivate myself, and Japan gave me the stability while I'm cultivating myself. That's the most important part. And here's the thing, when you are in a job and you work from sun up to sundown, you don't have any time for self-development. You don't have much time to explore interests or look for your own type of can I say skills to develop. But when you work as an English teacher over there, you have a set schedule. You got lunch that's guaranteed every day. They're paying you enough to get by. It's not a lot unless you're working for the BOE, of course. But everything is set and everything is routine every day, which takes away a lot of the stressors in your life. So if you know you're going to eat at this time every day, then you don't have to worry about trying to feed yourself, which in turn allows you to go and pursue maybe better lesson plans. Maybe you want to learn a new skill, arts and crafts, that type of thing, handicrafts. That's what Japan allows you to do while you're teaching English. It affords you more time to develop yourself and to really come into your own. That way you can be more satisfied with who you are in life. Because I know even when I was in Japan, I found myself having a lot of time to just study up on things and just kind of read up on things. And I found that like I was much more owned. I could really like hone my skills to where I was like, man, I can't believe I drew something like this. Like I remember I was just looking at this type of bird, and I just started sketching it, and I was really giving really hard detail to this sketch. And I didn't have any clue that I could be so detailed in this, but whenever I drew it, it was like I had focused only on that sketch, and it came out beautiful, and I was like, man, I never would have been able to do something like this in the States, make it come out looking like this, and the reason why is because Japan, it took away all of the unnecessary fat, whether if it was, it takes away the mental fat that you have. You see, that's what everybody has when they come over there. They got some type of baggage, or they got something that they're running from, and it's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, you don't have those problems over there in Japan. You know, you got to, of course, you have a different set of problems that's inherent to Japan while you're teaching English and living there. But for the most part, Japan allows you to focus on your craft and to perfect it. And that's really what I loved about Japan, is that I could go around and explore different interests without like someone kind of breathing over my back, you know? And being able to explore those interests were like priceless, you know? They were very priceless. And, you know, my recommendation for all is that if you can do it at least once, you should try it out at least once, because it's definitely worth it. But I say, if I had to choose something else though, other than the stability, then I probably have to say the safety. The safety aspect of Japan is almost unmatched. Like I said, whenever I was living in Japan, I had this habit when I first got there, always locking the door, lock the door, you know, because I had this American or this Western mindset. So I was like, yeah, somebody gonna come over here and they're gonna take everything that you own, you know. But over time, like it took about one year or so. After that 1 year, I stopped locking my door, even at night. And well, I didn't have nothing to steal anyway, but that's besides the point. The point was, this country was so safe, and it was so kind of structured in a sense where, like, I didn't have anxiety about somebody is going to come and rob me if I forgot to lock my door. Somebody's going to take my things if I forgot them at the park. Somebody is going to rob me at gunpoint if I have on some jewelry, you know. I mean, those things can still happen in Japan, but it's so minute. It's almost irrelevant, you know. And like I said, you could probably leave a baby out, an infant out, and somebody would probably start taking care of it. Now, don't try that though. Don't try that. But you get my point here, right? So I felt very safe. Of course, there'll be the occasional cop or two that will ask you for your passport, but I never felt like the cop was going to end my life unnecessarily. I never felt like that at all. I felt very, very kind of contained. I felt like I could kind of do what I wanted to do. As long as I was following the rules and stuff like that, I could go around and talk to different people, and, you know, without too much judgment. You know, of course you're getting judged because you're a foreigner anyway, but it's not like, dang, this person is here to rob me, or this person is here to take my life away, you know. And yeah, I remember when I was I was teaching school. I mean, I think all the students, even like the girls and stuff, they trusted me in a sense to where they would even get undressed in front of me and stuff like that. You know, they already had like their clothes on and stuff, but you know, they trusted me in a sense where, like, if I was the only black man and I was like on this volleyball team, maybe I was teaching all women, maybe there'd be some stares at me back here in the States like, what are you really doing? But when I was playing badminton with the girls team in junior high school, I didn't feel like, oh, this guy's a big creep and he's just trying to look at the women. I didn't feel any of that. I just felt like I was a normal person while I was over there. And that feeling was priceless for me, you know, because it was like they saw me as like a real human being. Because, you know, while you're over here in the States as a black man, that is, or maybe it's starting to be everybody now, but you feel kind of subhuman on a day-to-day basis, you know. But over there, I didn't feel subhuman. I felt I felt equal. I felt like a human being while I was over there.